Lieutenant Harold Webb, Public Information Officer for Seattle Fire Department. We've got the call about 3:30 to a report of flames and smoke from a container, as you can see behind me. Units arrived and found a few containers that are sitting on a barge along the Duwamish, and they were under fire, as you can see. So our units are making a quick, aggressive attack on this fire at this time. We have a fireboat here. We have approximately 36 engine companies and 6 truck companies, and about half of our forces here fighting this fire. It's gone to a 211 response and also a hazmat response. It has added additional units. So it probably puts approximately over 100 firefighters here on scene. The fire has the containers have multiple use. There's also some hazmat involved with propane and residual propane tanks and diesel fuel. There's also containers that contain garbage and other items. As you can see, there are cars also on there. The fire seems to be in the center of the containers at this time, and we're just going defensive and using just monitors and large appliance streams to knock the fire down. And what the plan is, at that point, once we get the fire cooled down, then port people can bring in their big cargo container removers, and once we get those separated, we should be able to get this fire pretty well knocked down and out quickly.
Danger of explosions? Has there been explosions?
There has not been any explosions. We're cooling down tanks that we think that might be a problem. Again, we were told that the tanks are kind of residual tanks, not full, but we're not sure of that, so we're going to be very defensive on this.
Where did you get the information that there were tanks and diesel?
You can see that, as you can see them. They're tanks and they're numbered. They have a UN number markings on them that tell us exactly what's in these containers.
Do you know specifically which containers are burning, or is it kind of a search to...
It's a search right now. We just want to wet down where we think the biggest volume of smoke is coming from. We want to knock that area down. And I don't know if you picked that up, but we're using also foam. And foam helps us really knock down the heat element involved.
Is there any concern with all the water going into the Duwamish with all the chemicals?
Coast Guard is on scene at this time, and we'll do whatever's necessary to make sure we minimize any loss or anything that enters into the
But you're confident petroleum products are either
so far, yes,
on fire or contributing to the...
we're not sure of that. We don't know if we have any of those containers on fire. We're not sure at this time until we start pulling those apart, and we can
Any idea on the garbage you mentioned, Lieutenant, where that's coming from?
In the containers.
But where the garbage is from, is it being shipped out? Or
I'm not sure of any destination of any of the containers or how they arrived. The only thing I was told is that the hazmat aspect was pretty much residual type containers. Either we aren't sure exactly how much is in there, but we don't expect that we're going to find any. We think we have that problem pretty well knocked down as far as cooling those containers down.
So all these people here, everybody okay so far?
So far, yes. Everybody's doing fine. It's just a complicated access to water and a lot of lines laid. But the main thing is that we are defensive on this fire at this time.
Lieutenant, the big LP tanks that are in there, are they full? Do you know?
That's what we were told they were residual. They might have product in them, but we're not sure of that.
Does it make it more dangerous when there's just vapor in there?
It does. It does. It is. We want to definitely get a fire under vapor. We don't want a fire on vapor products in a space in a container. It's very dangerous.
Do you know how many containers are on that barge?
I do not. I can try to find that out for you, but I'm not sure at this time.
Are those containers on a barge that we see?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Those are on a barge, and but they are accessed by some of the cranes that will be operating here shortly.